Top of the top, it's the Coach Uncut Podcast. Tapping in for a morning cup. Before we get started, make sure y'all tap in at tcuppodcast.com. Buy the coffee, man. We got blends of all sorts. In my coffee right now, I got a little caramel, but we got caramel, we got mocha, we got vanilla, we got all type of blends. Me, DJ Nova Fresh, and Trey Pound of Moisturizer all have our own coffee on tcuppodcast.com. Make sure y'all support us. Chef's Kiss, man. Just beautiful products, man. Any from the merch as well. You know, this is Kendrick Lamar drip. This is not shabby material. This is not going to be found on Printify. These are nice threads, man. But we got tons of drip and tons of coffee. Make sure y'all tap in with us and support it. Most importantly, let's get into it. Morning cup. This is my first one, Monday morning, bright and early. I usually wake up at about 5:30, anywhere from 5:30 to 6:30. No alarm clock, none of that. Big G my alarm clock, man. My life purpose is my alarm clock. So I'm going to wake up from 5:30 to 6:30, no later than that, like clockwork. If you don't have that, inner alarm clock, it's fine to use an alarm clock. Nothing wrong with that. Be intentional with all the devices and technology you have to align your life and align your focus. And that's really how I spend my Monday morning, or most mornings is, or how I should. Some days I slip. I'm not perfect. But my ideal way of starting my Monday morning or any morning is aligning my focus. Before I put my foot out of my bed, before my foot touch the floor, it's aligning with Big G. Before I jump into Twitter or Facebook or Instagram's algorithm, TikTok, all of that, before I jump into other people's thoughts, I like to jump into my own thoughts. So a 30-minute segment of meditation right off the rip is how I start my day. That's how everybody should start their day. Align yourself with yourself and your maker or whatever you believe in, but align your thoughts. Get yourself together before you jump into everybody else's thoughts and problems and opinions. That's very key into this world of distractions that we're living in 2024. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, they also make billions of dollars trying to distract you, trying to gain your focus to be focused on whatever they're selling. But your attention and your focus comes at a price. Everybody talks about knowing their values these days in 2024. Value your attention and value your focus. If you spend more of your time and focus on you, it's going to make you wealthy. And wealth isn't just money. Wealth is overall well-being. If you could align your focus to focus on you and align your thoughts to be on you, it's just going to be better for your overall health and well-being and happiness. So that first 30 minutes, I like to spend it aligning, get my focus right, clearing my head, right, and reflecting a little bit. That next 30 minutes of my morning, I want to spend reading. I'm very into self-development books, self-help books. That's my bag. I also like to read biographies and things like that. But in the morning, I like to align with self-help or also whatever spiritual book that you're in. If it's the King James Bible, whatever you're into, Quran, whatever your beliefs are, align. Align with your Big G. Get everything together to focus on you and get your family off and your life off on the right path. So at that point, I spent an hour of my day, on productive things, and I haven't even touched the world. We're in this world, but we're not of it, right? So I haven't even touched the world, haven't been outside, haven't been on the algorithm of the apps, and I've aligned myself with my own thoughts and my own opinions, and I'm ready to go for the day. You got to tap in. You got to be willing to be bored. Focus is being bored. You're not going to be excited and focused at the same time. You got to lock in. You got to cut off the world, isolating yourself. If you're not willing to be bored, you're not going to be successful. If you want to become a doctor, you got to be willing to be bored. If you want to become a lawyer, you got to be willing to be bored. These inventors, these innovators, great athletes as well. They have to be willing to distract themselves, isolate themselves to get to that elite echelon of their profession. You got to be willing to cut off the world and cut off fun to be successful. So if you can't beat the distractions, if you can't focus, it's not going to happen. Let's lock in. Let's get focused. Top of the top. If you haven't meditated, you haven't read, drop the apps, get right to it, man. It's Coach Uncut Podcast. Support the guys, man. We hanging out a little bit.